Good evening. In an exclusive interview to Barkhadat, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has said that he stands by his remarks on Twitter and that there are double standards in the rest of India towards Kashmir. On Twitter, Omar had been critical of the decision of the Tamil Nadu Assembly in seeking clemency for Rajiv Gandhi's killers. Omar said, had there been a similar effort by the Kashmir Assembly to seek clemency for the Parliament attack accused Afzal Guru, then there would have been a massive reaction across the country. Omar went on to hit back at the BJP, which had confronted him on his tweet. Here's what he said.
One of the issues that will soon be before you, it's already, in a sense, dragged you into any number of controversies, which I think you're now accustomed to by that smile, is Afzal Guru. You have the Home Minister and the Home Ministry that sent a recommendation to the President saying, we believe he should be executed. And now you have a different debate in the context of Tamil Nadu. Let's start with your tweet. Do you regret it?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Why would I regret asking a very valid and relevant question? What was wrong with the question that I asked? Honestly, hand on your heart, ask yourself that if the J&K Assembly had passed such a resolution before the Tamil Nadu Assembly did, would the reaction have been as muted? Would you have heard the sort of strident tones on the... there was more anger on some television channels regarding my tweet than there was about the actual resolution that was passed. That, to my mind, tells you a whole lot more than anything else.
To the BJP that says that you communalized and trivialized the issue by putting it on Twitter, what would you say?
Well, given that the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha is really sort of expressive tweeter.
Sushma Swaraj?
Yes. We got a tweet a minute during the Tiranga Yatra, all the way from the tarmac of the airport to Lakhanpur and the border. So, if they can use Twitter to get a message across or ask questions, why should I be denied the same opportunity? What was wrong with what I asked? I still stand by what I said.
What is the message you wanted to put across through that question
Just
on
that
Twitter?
you look at Jammu and Kashmir through a completely different prism.
Double standards.
Absolutely. That it is fine to... the same BJP tomorrow will be knocking on the doors of Jayalalitha or Karunanidhi for a possible electoral alliance. The same BJP is today in alliance with the Akali Dal. I haven't seen them screaming blue murder and burning Badal Sahab's putlas. So it seems to be fine to ask for clemency for non-Indians. They're Tamils they're Sri Lankans in the Tamil Nadu case. It seems to be fine to ask for clemency for Bhullar. Yet suddenly, if the same issue comes up, and it was purely a hypothetical question. The BJP clearly can't stomach that.
So no regrets?
So no, absolutely not. It seems that there's a different rule for Jammu and Kashmir and a different one for everything else.
Now it's no longer hypothetical. You have an independent MLA who's had a press conference today saying he wants to bring in such a resolution in the Assembly. You have, if I'm not mistaken, the PDP actually saying in principle, we support this. The Assembly convenes at the end of this month. This question on Afzal Guru may not be hypothetical. What would the National Conference's position be?
It is not my place to answer for the National Conference. I am neither the spokesman nor the party president. Therefore, this would obviously be a question for the National Conference that I'm sure they will begin to address as the session comes closer.
Here are the dilemmas, though, in the larger philosophical debate. You have the same questions in Tamil Nadu, you actually have the same questions here. There is a legal process, and then there is the impact on the interests of a state. You have said on record that you are apprehensive about the repercussions if Afzal Guru were to be executed. What makes you apprehensive?
I've seen the repercussions here. Please ask people who remember when Maqbool Bhatt was hung. I can tell you that any number of young people at that time decided that militancy was a better option. I'm sure if you were to ask some of the militants of a slightly senior generation now, they will tell you that the hanging of Maqbool Bhatt was a major sort of impetus to the decision that they finally took. So yes, I do have apprehensions, and I've shared those apprehensions with the Government of India. That having been said, I also believe that there is a legal process that has to be followed. There is still the mercy petition that is pending in front of the President. We will leave it to the wisdom of the President of India to decide what to do.
So a really complex case, no easy answers on this one.
There are never easy answers, especially when legal matters are then given an emotional tint. Unfortunately, hanging somebody has now become a really big sort of political issue The BJP will go to town whether he's hung or he isn't hung. And elections will be fought and won or lost on issues like this, which is unfortunate.
What's been the reaction of your ally, the Congress, because it's actually supported and been part of the resolution in Tamil Nadu? And I took a long time to evolve a position on Afzal Guru.
Well, obviously, it is not my place to speak for the Congress. I would assume that at this point in time, they're probably scratching their heads as well, trying to figure out how they're going to deal with this situation. We'll just have to wait and see. As I can't speak for the National Conference, I can't speak for the Congress.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.